До першого класу
Being first graders, they were fluent in adding and subtracting double-digit numbers. They mastered the multiplication table. When they were 3 years old, we noticed their ability in counting. 8,954 multiplied by 4. 35,816. The human brain is considered one of the most complex devices on the planet. Scientists are continuously challenged by its capabilities. Albert Einstein, Kim Pick, and Natalie France and Ivan Turgenev, at different times, these experts tried finding the link between the size, volume, weight, and crinkles of the human brain. To this day, the human brain remains an unsolved mystery. 10-year-old brothers Roman and Yuriy Tarasov are able to subtract and add 3- and 4-digit numbers mentally. 6,804. The boys completed a 2-year school program of high-speed arithmetic in a year. It's hard to imagine what processes are going on in their heads as they give results in a few seconds. 4,878. The numbers on the screen follow each other so quickly that it is virtually impossible to count or even read them. Mental arithmetic appeared over 300 years ago. It was brought to us not so long ago in 2013. Being impressed by children in a Turkish school, the founder of our school decided to introduce this method in our Ukrainian school, and accordingly, he began to develop a unique simulator in order to adopt this methodology to our mentality. Mental arithmetic is widespread in more than 70 countries, and over 1 million students have mastered it. China and Japan included it in the curricula of their schools. Mental arithmetic develops excellent mathematical skills in young school kids. Mental calculation is what we receive from mental arithmetic, because first of all, we develop our brain hemispheres, as well as concentration, attention, and memory in children. Naturally, they can process a large amount of information. In fact, children become more confident, disciplined, motivated, and this is exactly what helps them keep their brain in tone. We read in one book that those who have the ability to count well quickly see digits and have a good memory. It is believed that mental arithmetic must be learned from an early age, and though adults are able to learn how to quickly count mentally, it is much more difficult with age. In fact, we take children from ages 5 to 12. All this is due to physiological processes. We also provide classes for people over the age of 55. Since childhood, Yura and Roma were interested in arithmetic. The world of numbers was not complicated and mysterious for them. At the age of 3, when we had still not attended the Soroban School of Mental Counting, we liked counting. For example, returning from a trip, our father assigned us mathematical exercises. We started by adding finger to finger, and I noticed that they liked this process. They did it quickly and with pleasure. I remember when our children were 5, we explained to them the composition of numbers, hundreds, tens, and thousands. They understood it from the very first time. By the first grade, the brothers had freely operated with 2-digit numbers and had a good grasp of the multiplication table. After seeing such skills in our children, their first teacher offered to engage in mental arithmetic with them. And it was another life. Honestly, this school was happiness for the whole family. We enjoyed their achievements and everything developed rapidly. They learned very quickly. They really needed very little time to learn new material. And we decided to accelerate methodology to finish the first grade in 6 months. I had doubts, but we started the second grade and then managed to finish both grades within a year. Soon the brothers could quickly solve crazy exercises, and their parents, who were present at the classes, lost their logical chain of thoughts. We still don't understand how they count. It's really quite difficult. To this day, we cannot understand how they do it. This is despite the fact that I finished school with excellent marks, and I am a real fanatic of math. It was my favorite subject, but my son's skills are beyond me. I started at the same level with my children, but multiplication was too much for me. We could add and subtract with my husband on the counting frame. Our mom gave us an exercise. We asked her to check our answer on a calculator. She simply did not want to go looking for a calculator. Then she checked it and saw that our answer was correct. Today, Yuriy and Roma are not only familiar with the standard program in mental arithmetic, they have also learned how to apply their knowledge in more complex exercises and approach their solution in a non-standard way. Our children are taught to multiply 3-digit numbers by multipliers from 2 to 12. But their knowledge base allows them to multiply 4-digit numbers by the same multipliers. Children are becoming so creative that they are looking for their own approach, even not knowing the last 2 topics. Being in a hurry to the performance, the boys could quickly do without the Sorobin method. This shows that a child is building the thinking process in a different way. They became confident. I noticed that they began to memorize various numbers, dates, and even poetry. This science develops a child's brain. Of course, mental arithmetic helps them at school, especially in mathematics. When we are given mathematical exercises, which I solve in a minute or half a minute, this exercise takes 7 minutes for other children. My time is 30 seconds. Their elder sister Alina also started with them, but very quickly Roma and Yuriy went ahead, and Alina decided to take up dancing. She even failed to win the first bracelet because she lacked skills. She thought that it would be easy, while the boys did not find this task difficult at all. Knowing this counting method from inside and how difficult it is, I sometimes wonder, and I'm even amazed by how they managed to do it in such a short period of time.
Мені аж страшно, як в них так все виходить і причому за такий короткий час.
Our shooting crew was also interested in testing these unusual wonderkins. 1,165 multiplied by 9. Surprising as it may seem, the brothers gave the result of the most complicated task in 7 or 8 seconds. 10,485. There are plenty of those who want to test the talent of these brothers, who have gained recognition not only in their hometown, but all over Ukraine. There were many such stories. Even when we went shopping or just walked along the street, other children approached us and gave my brothers a task already having the answer on a calculator.
І до них підходять і запитують. І вони зразу їм видають відповідь, і вони дивуються, як так.
One boy came up to me and asked how much was 2 plus 2. Studying mental arithmetic is a whole system. Children start with a Japanese abacus. Moreover, they should count on them with 2 hands. We started on a counting frame or an abacus. Then we simply imagine an abacus and count. The brothers almost do not move their fingers in the air. They imagine how counting bones move themselves. For their skills, Roman and Yuriy became the winners of the 2018 Divo Ditina contest as the most amazing children. The contest papers had to be supplemented several times because the boys mastered mental arithmetic very quickly. The boys worked very hard with multiplying four-digit numbers and developed their speed. We're again in the top three. The top three from each group is going to compete in the finals in Kyiv. Solving the first 2 or 3 exercises, we were very agitated. Then we started counting well and faster. They constantly compliment one another. If one of them makes a mistake, the other one supports him. It's impossible to express this page from our family life. It was very emotional for us. It was cool. We still live with this to this day. Yuriy and Roma are very sociable boys. If you think that they're fully involved in the world of numbers, this is far from the truth. They, like most children, enjoy fun in their leisure time.
Взагалі вони спокійні, добрі, завжди допомагають. З ними багато часу проводжу і
They're calm, kind, and always help me.
можуть бувати такими спокійними.
I spend a lot of time with them, and at home they can clown around.
Можуть трошки подорочитися. Взагалі вони схожі, в них схожі інтереси.
They have similar interests, but Roma prefers playing computer games, while Yuriy likes to tinker with different kinds of puzzles to achieve the ultimate solution.
Ще з дитинства дуже любив складати пазли. Лего – це конструктор. Любив посидіти, над ним попихтіть, але все одно добивався кінцевого результату.
At the age of 4 to 5, they could make 8+ puzzles, including 250 to 500 pieces. They easily played logical games. They studied puzzle games on their own. They made them without our help. I studied a 3-for-3 cube on my own. Then I taught the eldest daughter and the boys.
Я допоміг перший кубик 3×3 сам вивчив, як це все робиться, навчив старшу доньку.
Now they're teaching me how to solve the puzzle. The boys even hold contests where the one who solves the Rubik's Cube first sets a time record. I solved a 3×3 cube in 23 seconds and a 4×4 in 1 minute and 56 seconds. The boys also enjoy sports. They ride bicycles and work on a chin-up bar. We can pull up, push up and do flips on an uneven bar.
Вільний час ми дуже полюбляємо родиною кататися на велосипедах.
In our free time, we like to cover long distances in bicycles.
Маршрути.
Both the adults and the children in our family enjoy
Для
this.
всієї родини, то це всі полюбляють, і дорослі, і діти.
Raising twins is a double responsibility. Roma and Yuriy's parents try to divide attention between the two boys, especially since their father has a personal experience. I have a twin brother as well. When we were students, my brother and I, who got married in the 4th year, wore similar clothing. So do my sons, and they have the same tastes. And from my experience, we try to buy them the same clothing. The Tarasov couple tries to support their children in all respects. Indeed, they do not force the boys to attend classes that are not of interest to them. As for the school curriculum in Roman, it was their choice. We didn't force them. They easily did their homework and received their honors. In my opinion, a child should have their own wishes in life. There's no need to force a child to engage in what is not interesting. Letting a child choose for themselves is the best way.
Душа лежати до цього. І тоді все складеться як найкраще.
Daring and talented, courageous and restless, independent and happy. 6,655 multiplied by 4. They are our future. They're the future of Ukraine. 26,620.